So I've been sitting in traffic about 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm literally like right down the street from my job. I don't know what they doing. They probably done cut off a street. But I got a little time to talk to you guys. I don't know if you guys been seeing, but it's been a trend going on social media about a lot of people in their 30s moving back in with their parents, and they can't afford to live on their own, rent too high, they getting laid off from their job. Even couples, I'm starting to see married people, move back in with their in-laws, with their parents. And, I always been an advocate of younger people, especially in their 20s, moving back in with their parents, to stack money, save their money, plan for their future and different things like that. But it's a privilege, right? A lot of people can't move back in with their parents. A lot of people like me. My mother ain't got shit. I don't know my daddy. I ain't got no home to go to. If I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't provide for myself, I will be homeless on the street. So I want to say that's a privilege if you can move back in with your parents. But a lot of people take advantage of that. People just go back home and live with their parents and thinking that they can just escape reality. They don't even be planning for the future. They don't save no money. They don't try to invest in nothing. They don't try to get a better paying career job. They just live with their parents because they tired of paying bills. That's not what that's for. Y'all literally take advantage of y'all parents when y'all should be using their time to self-improve and elevate your life, right? I seen a video, a guy said he left his corporate job to go live with his parents and he wasn't working for a whole year. Like, what type of shit is that? Like, if my child want to come live with me, my door will always be open, but you're not finna come live in my house and not work as a grown-ass man. That's not finna happen, right? I'm gonna allow you to stack your bread. Let me know what your plans, what you finna do with your life, because I understand it's hard out here. And I be trying to tell people they better get their finances in order. Working a 9-to-5 job is not enough. Stop listening to these people that's losers and that you don't want to be like, telling you that you cannot start a business, that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't invest in this, you should. Just because they failed at it does not mean that that's going to be your experience, guys. You got to take control of your life. You got to take control of your finances. And again, when it comes to these people that's moving in with their parents, like, I have no problem with it, right? I actually envy that sometimes, because I wish I had a parent house to go to for like a year or two. I can stack some bread and save some money. Shit, I take that deal, no problem. But like most of us, and it's a lot of people that's in the same predicament that I am, we ain't got that luxury. We gotta go out here and put one foot forward, and actually gotta get out here and grind and make shit happen for ourselves, because the economy is only going to get worse. I want you guys to understand this. The economy is not going to get better in your favor when it comes to affordable rent, affordable car payments, affordable cars, affordable groceries. We're living in a new era now. And a lot of things is changing, and a lot of you guys is not adapting to the change. And you keep showing up to your job, crying and complaining, talking about how you ain't got enough money to pay your bills. You can't even take care of your kids. You can't enjoy yourself. Guys, you have to do more. You have to start something for yourself. You have to build something for yourself. Your job don't give a damn that you can't pay your rent. They gonna throw this $15 at you and tell you get out their face. They gonna give you that $20, $25 and get out their face, while you making them millions of dollars. You working hard for them. Working hard is not going to get you anywhere, but making them more millions. Which you should be working harder for yourself, building a business for yourself, something on the side that can bring you extra income for yourself, and stop listening to these people telling you that you can't do it. You can do it. A lot of people just lazy, and they listening to these people. Y'all don't realize that a lot of y'all friend groups are losers. A lot of y'all family members are losers. A lot of people that y'all get advice from are losers. You don't even want to be like them, but you getting financial advice for them, business advice for them. You gotta isolate. You gotta isolate if you want to elevate. You gotta separate yourself from these people and these family members, because a lot of people gonna be hating on you when you start leveling up and you want to self-improve, because none of this shit makes sense to them, right? You look crazy until you don't. You look stupid until you don't. That business idea that you wanna jumpstart, it sounds crazy to people who don't understand the vision, but you understand. You know people that's actually doing that shit that you want to do, but you keep downing yourself. Quit downing yourself all the time. Why not you? Why you can't start that business and become successful? Right? Why you can't get a better paying career? Why you can't go back to school and get educated and get a better high paying skill? Why you can't start your own trucking company, your own clothing brand, your own real estate business? Why not you? Why you can't start your own social media platform and educate people and inspire people? Why not you? Oh, you listen to your loser friend, your loser family member, your loser parents, people who ain't even succeeded in life, right? They trying to throw their fears on you. But we just alike. But the difference between me and you is I block out that noise. I run 100 miles per hour towards the goals that I want. I'm disciplined. I'm sacrificed. I don't listen to people that I don't want to be like. I don't. Because every time, majority of the advice that people that give you, they try to throw fear. That ain't gonna work. Why would you want to do that? That costs a lot of money. Choose your heart. You want to just show up to this job right now? It's Tuesday. What? Now it's Wednesday. People dreading going into their job right now. They hate their job. They hate their boss. They hate their coworkers. They don't want to be around these people. But I guarantee you, if you start building something for yourself on the side, you're going to start feeling much better. When you start self-improvement, a lot of shit in your life going to start to get better. You're going to start to see life different. You're not going to be struggling. Having to move in with your parents at 30, 40 years old, especially if you in a marriage, I'm saying, bro, and it's only about to get worse. So why would you stay in the same place at that job and not build something on the side for yourself? Because a lot of people say, I'm tired of hustling. I'm tired of hustling. No, you put things into place so you don't have to keep hustling. Because you hustling on these jobs. You hustling for the overtime. You hustling every single day. When they say, oh, we got overtime, you taking it. Which I had no problem for. Get that bag, because I'm going to get that bag. But I know what I'm doing. I'm investing inside myself. I'm self-improving. I got to go. I got a plan. And I'm not going to let the fear tactics of all these losers trying to get in the way of my goals. Let's get to work, guys.